Dave. It's been a very good season. I think it's been a positive season for yourself. Do you agree?
Well, it's been a good season in that I would say for at least 80% of the time we've been competitive, and you know the most important thing about the season is if you compare our performance tonight to when we started, there's no comparison. We're a far more accomplished team now. Defensively tonight, we'd probably given a little bit more, but Daniel Northern was a real handful on their boards. And obviously once we got the big guys in early foul trouble, it was an uphill struggle, but we stuck with it. And at the end I thought that just one little pass at the end that got away would give us a chance to miss tying the game.
Tonight's game obviously was a very tough game against a good MK line side. Yeah. Showed a very good defence and just couldn't break them down.
Well, you know, the other night they scored 128 points against Plymouth, and that's the type of team they are. They were tipped to make the playoffs. They didn't. I think they've solved their problem. I don't know whether you noticed, but a couple of guys didn't come tonight, and they felt that the chemistry wasn't right. And the team they brought tonight is a highly competitive team, just like Guildford, very athletic. But I'm just so pleased that the second week in a row we've handled the two most athletic teams in the league.
Obviously, last game tomorrow away against the Glasgow Rocks. Do you think you can finish on a positive?
Well, we had this situation every time we played Glasgow. We've had a game the night before and they haven't. You know, it's something we've got to get used to. Obviously, strength and conditioning is a really massively important part of the game in this modern era. But we're certainly going to give it our best shot. And what we need to do tomorrow is knock our shots down. And it's so pleasing again that our shooting percentage has improved yet again tonight.
Do you think you can improve for next season?
Well, you know, you heard what the chairman said, that we're not in this to finish bottom. Just need to point out that a lot of new teams that have come in have fared far worse than we have. Not so much in less wins or more wins, but in the margin of defeat. And our margin of defeat actually has not been too bad when you average it out. But what's been great is these last 4 or 5 games we've scored more than 80 every single time, and that's what's been missing earlier in the season. I don't think you can't win BBL games in the 70s, you know, unless you've got an incredibly big, strong team.
Obviously, a few players missing due to injury tonight, and a few people are going to be missing from the roster next season. Do you think you can build a squad and bring some new players in? Okay,
well, one thing at a time. Paul Elderkin was a massive miss tonight. You know, the energy he gives us on defence, the rebounds he's been getting, and of course he's been, you know, scoring anywhere between 10, 15 points a game and occasionally in the 20s. That Paul was a massive miss for us tonight. Didn't mean we couldn't quite get the rotations, and as I say, the big guys got in too much foul trouble too early. You know, Mario's third foul should never have picked it up, you know, so far from our own basket, but that's basketball. In terms of the longer term, you know, recruiting pretty much goes on all year round, but we haven't actually made any serious moves yet. And the reason we haven't made any serious moves is we don't quite know what the rules are going to be on nationality next year. That, I think, is going to be published early May. That's going to be a key for us. But, you know, we will endeavour to recruit as best we can and be competitive next year.
And just finally, what do you think the future holds for the Durham Wildcats?
The future? Yeah. Well, you know, the chairman said he wasn't sure how long this is going to take to do. I mean, we have certainly improved as the year's gone on. The way we performed at the end of the season is no secret, and the reason we've performed so well at the end of the season is these guys have been on a break from studies, and that's something that we're seriously taking a look at in terms of how we will recruit and what courses we'll put them on and over what period of time. But at the moment that's not finalised, but to me that's going to be the key.